Hello everyone, now we have to discuss the next concept, that is average power. Average power. Average, right? Then what is average power? We all know that P average is nothing but 1 by time period integral 0 to time period instantaneous power into dt, right? So, from this integral 0 to t P I dt is nothing but what? P average into t. So, this represents what? So, from 0 to t instantaneous power, integral of instantaneous power from the period 0 to t means what? Energy in one cycle. So, energy in one cycle represents what? Average power. Energy in one cycle represents average power, that is energy transferred from one point to another point. Energy transferred from one point to another point represents what? Average power. So, energy transferred from one point to another point depends on average power, or which represents average power. Okay? That is, if we consider for example generator. So, what generator can do? It will converts the mechanical energy, that is input energy to output, that is the input is what? Mechanical energy. It will convert that mechanical energy to electrical energy output. So, the power involved in this entire process is nothing but average power only. So, example, so what is that? Generator converts mechanical input energy into electrical output energy, right? So, the power involved in this entire process is called average power only. So, average power only. So, finally, average power represents or takes part. Average power takes part in the energy conversion process. So, what is average power? Energy in one cycle means energy transferred from one point to another point depends on average power, average power. So, for example, if we consider generator which converts mechanical input energy to electrical output energy. So, the total power involved in this entire process is nothing but average power only. So, average power takes part in the energy conversion process. So, finally, P average is nothing but 1 by t integral 0 to t P I dt, or we can write 1 by full cycle 0 to 2 pi Pi d omega t. Clear? This is about average power. Now, we can discuss the average power in resistive circuit, inductive circuit as well as capacitive circuit. We will discuss average power for resistive circuit. Resistive circuit, we know that Pi instantaneous power resistive circuit is what? Half Vm Im 1 minus cos 2 omega t, right? This is the value for instantaneous power, watts. Clear? Then P average is what? Already we have drawn the circuit diagram and phasor diagram. There is no need to draw for every time. Okay. Then P average is what? 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi Pi d omega t. Clear? Then we have to substitute this value into this. Therefore, P average, which is equals to 1 by 2 pi 0 to 2 pi. Pi is nothing but what? 1 by Vm Im into 1 minus cos 2 omega t t omega t. Clear? This is the average power in resistive circuit. Therefore, which is equals to, so we can split 0 to 2 pi, this term 1 by 2 Vm Im half Vm Im d omega t, like that, minus 0 to 2 pi 1 by 2 Vm Im cos 2 omega t t omega t. Clear? Now, we can split like this. So, from this, so half Vm Im is nothing but constant value. We all know that this is constant. See, but here this is constant. This is what? Time dependent. Right? So, from this, P average is nothing but, if we common half Vm Im, if we take this part common, so we got Vm Im by 4 pi Vm Im by 4 pi, then integration of constant only we have omega t, right, 0 to 2 pi completed, minus integration of cos 2 omega t is nothing but what? Minus of minus, minus sin 2 omega t by 2, 0 to 2 pi, these are the limits, right. So, integration of cos, integration of cos is nothing but only sin 2 omega t by 2. Clear? Therefore, Vm Im by 4 pi. So, we have what? 2 pi minus 0 minus sin of 4 pi by 2, sin of 2 pi minus sin 0, always we can get 0, right. This should be equals to 0. So, from this 2 pi, this is 2. So, finally, we got P average is equals to half Vm Im. This is the average power in case of resistive circuit, watts, half Vm Im, right. So, this is the instantaneous power, this is the average power in case of resistive circuit. We all know that What is the power or instantaneous power waveform? Damped oscillations, right? We are going to get like this, right? Simply this is power with respect to omega t. Okay, then this is P average, this is what Pi, right? This is instantaneous power, this represents what? Average power, half Vm Im. Okay. Then see, we can observe that the portion of instantaneous power as well as the portion of average power is present above the reference, means always the instantaneous power and the average power is positive. Clear? This is very important observation. Note. What is that note? In resistive circuit, the value of instantaneous power and average power is always positive, because it cannot returns power back to the source, because it cannot returns power back to the source, but it can only takes energy from source and converts into heat energy. This is the point from this resistive circuit. What is that point? Why it is always positive, whether it is Pi or P average. So, this is the actual reason for this waveform. Why we are getting Pi or P average as positive values. So, in resistive circuit, the value of instantaneous power and average power is always positive, because it cannot returns power back to the source. Okay. But it can only takes the energy from the source and converts into heat energy. That is the only part which can takes part from this resistive circuit. Okay. This is very important observation. This is average power from this resistive circuit. Next is pure inductive circuit. Pure inductive circuit. Okay. We know that what is the instantaneous power for pure inductive circuit? Minus half Vm Im sin 2 omega t, or we can write half Vm Im minus sin 2 omega t. Okay. So, from this we have to derive P average, right, which is equals to 1 by full cycle 0 to 2 pi Pi, that is half Vm Im minus sin 2 omega t d omega t. Clear? So, from this half Vm Im, so we can get Vm Im by 4 pi, clear. Then integration of 0 to 2 pi minus sin 2 omega t t omega t. Clear? Then Em Im 4 pi. So minus of minus cos 2 omega t by 2. This is the sine integration is nothing but minus cos. So minus of minus plus cos 2 omega t by 2. So from this Pm Im by 4 pi we can get cos 4 pi by 2 minus cos 0 by 2. Clear? So cos 4 pi means what? 1 minus cos 0 means 1. So we can get this one gets cancelled. We can get 0 Vm Im by 4 pi into simple Vm Im 4 pi into 0. Finally we got 0. P average is equals to 0 watts. This is for pure inductive circuit. This is the instantaneous value for pure inductive circuit. Clear? Like that for pure capacitive circuit. For pure capacitive circuit, Pi is what? Same. We don't have any negative sign. That's half Vm Im sine 2 omega t, right? Watts. This is the instantaneous power for pure capacitive circuit in watts. Therefore, P average is what? 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi half Pm Im sine 2 omega t d omega t. Clear? Therefore, P average which is equals to Vm Im by 4 pi integration of sine 2 omega t minus cos 2 omega t by 2, limits are 0 to 2 pi. From this P average which is equals to by 4 pi. This is, so negative sign means what? Cos 0 by 2 minus cos 4 pi by 2. Again this 2 gets cancelled. Therefore, P average Em Im by 4 pi 0. Therefore, in case of capacitive circuit also the average power is 0 watts. So, what is the conclusion point here? So, in case of resistive circuit the average power is what? Of Vm Im, but coming to pure inductive circuit as well as pure capacitive circuit the average power is 0. Like that, in this case also the average power is 0. Means what? The net energy transferred from source to load is 0. There is no net energy from source to load. In case of pure L and C circuits, the value of P average is equals to 0 watts, right? That is, there is net energy transferred between source and load. There is no energy transferred between source and load. That is why the average power in case of pure inductive as well in pure capacitive circuit is 0. Thus, the average power consumed by pure inductor and pure capacitor is 0. Thus, the average power consumed or absorbed by pure inductor and pure capacitor is 0. This is very important observation, right? Then we have a waveform, right? This is omega t, this is pi. We have a instantaneous power. What is that waveform? Right? We have this waveform. So, see, this is what 0 to pi, pi to 2 pi, right? This is okay, whatever it may be. See, what is this instant? This instant's energy absorbed. In this instant, energy delivered. Again, energy absorbed. Again, energy delivered. That is energy absorbed. This is what? Energy delivered. Then, what is the net energy from here to here? E net is equals to 0, right? From here to here, net energy is equals to 0. Net energy is equals to 0. That is the meaning. So, whatever whatever the energy stored in this positive half cycle or in one half cycle, whatever the energy transferred from source to load, that same amount of energy should return back from load to source in this negative half cycle. So, in one half cycle, the energy transferred from source to load, in another half cycle, the same amount of energy should transfer back from load to source. That is why energy absorbed in this half cycle, energy delivered in this half cycle. Therefore, the net energy is nothing but what? 0. That is the reason. See, in case of pure L and C circuits, the value of P average is 0 watts. That is, there is no net energy transferred between source and load. So, if we consider over full cycle, the net energy is equals to 0. The net energy is equals to 0. Thus, the average power consumed by the pure inductor and pure capacitor is 0. So, here we can write one important point. Whatever the energy transferred or stored, whatever the energy transferred from source to load in one half cycle should returns back from load to source in another half cycle. Therefore, E net is equals to 0. That is the main reason. That is why you do not have average power in case of inductor as well as capacitive circuits. Whatever the energy transferred from source to load in one half cycle should returns back from load to source in other half cycle. That is why E net is equals to 0. That is, E absorbed is equals to E delivered. Therefore, net energy is what? E absorbed minus E delivered should be equals to 0. Now we are going to discuss a beautiful conclusion points with respect to instantaneous power as well as average power. So first we are dealing with instantaneous power. Okay. Conclusions. We have a beautiful points. So we all know that here I am providing the generalized formula for instantaneous power as well as for average power. Okay. That is instantaneous power Pi, right, is what? We all know that half Vm Im cos phi minus cos 2 omega t plus or minus phi. This is the formula. Right, this is the instantaneous power for any circuit, whether it is resistive circuit, pure inductive circuit or pure capacitive circuit. That is, for resistive circuit, what is the value of phase angle? Phi is equals to 0 degrees. Then substitute this phi equals to 0 into this equation. Then what is the value of Pi, which is equals to half Vm Im, phi is equals to 0, right, cos 0 1 minus cos of 2 omega t plus or minus 0. There is no need of providing plus or minus 0, clear. Therefore, we have what? 1 minus cos 2 omega t, right, clear. Already we got this formula. Instantaneous power in case of pure resistive circuit. If you remember this formula, you will get the instantaneous values of different circuits. That is it. Already we have derived this equation. Next, for this, for L circuit. For L circuit, what is the phase angle? Which is equals to 90 degrees, or phi is equals to lagging, or you can write here plus leading minus lagging. So, phi is equals to 90 or phi is equals to lagging angle. Therefore, phi is equals to pure, for pure L circuit. Okay. From this Pi is equals to what? We can get half Vm Im cos 90 0 minus cos of 2 omega t minus 90, half Vm Im cos 90 0 minus half, sorry, cos 2 omega t minus 90. Cos of 2 omega t minus 90 means what? Sin 2 omega t. Finally, we got Pi is equals to minus half Vm Im sin 2 omega t, right. Already we have this formula for pure inductive circuit. Like that, for pure capacitive circuit, for pure capacitive circuit, phi is equals to 90 only, but or phi is equals to leading angle. That is Pi is equals to, we can get half Vm Im sin 2 omega t. That is it, right. Then substitute this 90 here, that is it. In place of negative value, you have to substitute. Plus means what? Leading, 2 omega t plus phi, that is 2 omega t plus 90, that is sin 2 omega t. We got this value. This is about the instantaneous powers in case of resistive circuit, pure inductive circuit, pure capacitive circuit, right. Next, average power. This is about instantaneous power. Now we have to discuss average P average. So, we all know that P average, which is equals to 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi, that is it, right. Integration of instantaneous value, that is it, integration of instantaneous value. But you can check here, we are having what, double frequency term in this instantaneous power. This is very important point, please listen carefully. So, this is the generalized formula for instantaneous power, that is, this is the first term, this is the second term. So, in the second term we are having what, double frequency term, double frequency term, that too we have to get the average power from this instantaneous value. So, if we integrate this instantaneous value means average value. If we want to get the average value from this instantaneous value, obviously we are going to get 0. Why we are going to get? This is the note point, the second term in the equation cos 2 omega t, or you can write first term, this is second term, right. The second term in the equation contains a double frequency term, and it is evident that the magnitude of the average value of this term is 0. That is, the average value of sign quantity of double frequency over a complete cycle is 0. That is what integration of instantaneous value. For example, if we have any doubt, that is 0 to 2 pi sin 2 theta d theta, which is nothing but, which is equals to what, minus cos 2 theta by 2, 0 to 2 pi, which is equals to cos 0, sorry, cos 0 2 minus cos 4 pi by 2, which is equals to 0. Clear? The average value is equals to 0, or you can consider cos 2 theta, or you can consider cos 2 theta, which is equals to what, sin 2 theta by 2, 0 to, which is equals to what, sin 4 pi by 2, which is equals to 0. This is the example for this explanation. Clear? Then, so from this conclusion, what is the average value from this? So, the second term, the integration of the second term is nothing but 0. Clear? Then, thus the average power from the value consists only the following terms. Thus, the average power from the instantaneous value consists only, this should be equal to 0. The integration of this double frequency term over full cycle is 0. Therefore, the average value from this instantaneous value consists only the following terms. Therefore, P average, which is equals to what? Half Vm Im cos phi. Clear? This is the average value from this analysis. This is very important observation. Okay. Therefore, then for pure resistive circuit, now you have to write for R circuit, what is the average value? Phi is equal to 0, we all know that. Therefore, P average is equals to what? Half Vm Im. Clear? Already we got this value. P average is what? Half Vm Im watts. Like that, for pure L circuit, what is the value? Phi is equals to 90 degrees. P average is what? 0 watts, right? 0 watts, we all know that. For pure capacitive circuit, what is the phase angle? 90 degrees only. Therefore, P average is equal to 0 watts. That is it. This is for pure resistive circuit, L circuit, C circuit. Sir, if we consider RL series circuit, then how can we get that average power? Simple. For in the case of series RL circuit, the phase angle is lies between 0 to 90 only. Okay. Then for example, if it is 60 degrees, half Vm Im cos 60, then we have average value. Like that we have instantaneous value. Half Vm Im cos 60 minus cos 2 omega t. If it is series RL means what? Minus 60. Then we will get instantaneous value as well as average value. This is the generalized concept for instantaneous power as well as average power. Simple, listen. This is the generalized formula for instantaneous power. Half Vm Im cos phi minus cos of 2 omega t plus or minus phi. So, plus means leading angle, minus means lagging angle. We all know that. So, from this, for pure R circuit, phi is equal to 0. From this, half Vm Im 1 minus cos 2 omega t. For lagging angle, if it is taken as for pure inductive circuit, phi is equal to 90 degrees. We got minus half Vm Im sin 2 omega t. For pure capacitive circuit, phi is equal to 90, that is half Vm Im sin 2 omega t. Then coming to average power, the integration of instantaneous is nothing but average, but see the second term of this instantaneous power consists double frequency term. If we integrate that double frequency term over full cycle, we will get 0 value. The average value is nothing but 0. This is the proof. Therefore, from this analysis, we are going to get the average power from this instantaneous power as what? Half Vm Im cos phi. That's it. Because this part is 0. There is no part. Only we have what? Half Vm Im cos phi. That's it. So, for pure R circuit, half Vm Im like that L and C, we got what? 0, 0. Already we have proved this entire part in the previous lectures. Next we have to discuss RMS power. We have completed instantaneous power, average power. Now we have to discuss RMS power. RMS power. Okay. So before the discussion of this RMS power, first I would like to explain one example. Okay. Example. So, P of t is nothing but 100 sin 314 t. Like that, current I of t is nothing but 10 sin 314 t. So, from this first we have to calculate the average value. Okay. This is the instantaneous voltage, this is the instantaneous current. Okay. What is the value of instantaneous power? Half Vm Im 1 minus cos 2 omega t. Right, that is the instantaneous power. Right, that is half Vm Im. Half into Vm is what? 100. Im is what? 10 into 1 minus cos 2 omega. Omega is nothing but what? 314 t. We will get some value. Okay, first we have to discuss the RMS power. There is no need of discussing instantaneous power from this example. Okay. So, from this Vm is what? Maximum value of voltage is what? 100, right? This is Vm sin omega t. This is what? Im sin omega t. Clear? Therefore, Im is what? 100. Sorry, Vm is what? 100 volts. Like that, Im is what? 10 amps. So, from this, what is the value of RMS? Vrms is what? Vm by root 2. That is 100 by root 2 means what? 70.7 volts. Like that, Irms is what? Im by root 2. That is 7.07. That's it. 7.07 amps. So, from this, first I would like to calculate the average power. P average is what? Half Vm Im cos phi. We all know that. Im cos phi. Is there any phase angle? See, 100 sin 314t plus phi, 10 sin 314t plus phi. Phi is equals to 0. So, there is no cos phi. Simple half Vm Im, that is it. Since cos phi is equals to 0, because phi is equals to 0, or you can write since phi is equals to 0, therefore, cos phi is equals to 0. From this, P average is what? Half Vm Im, half, what is the value of Vm? 70.7 into 7.07. What is the answer? Simple, Vm Im, right? Sorry, this is RMS. 100 into 10, 1000 by 2, which is equals to what? 500 watts of average power. Clear? 500 watts of average power. Like that, what is the value of RMS power, which is equals to what? See, in this we have what? V of t into I of t only, right? Like that, Vrms into, we got this formula, if you multiply the instantaneous value of voltage and current only. Like that, to get RMS value of power, we have to multiply RMS value of voltage into RMS value of current. Cos phi is always 0 for this problem. Therefore, what is the value of Vrms? 70.7 into 7.07, which is equals to what? 500 watts only. See, from this example, we can conclude that the average power is 500 watts. Like that, the RMS power is also 500 watts. What is this, sir? Yeah, there is a reason for this. We all know that P average is equal to, generalized formula is what? Vm Im cos phi, right? Then we can write this equation Vm by root 2 into Im by root 2 into cos phi. So, Vm by root 2 is nothing but what? Vrms, right? Like that, Irms into cos phi, which is nothing but what? RMS, which is nothing but what? RMS. So, therefore, we can conclude that what? The average power in AC circuit is equals to RMS power. Okay. This is very, very important observation. The average power in AC circuits is always the RMS power only. Clear? This is about RMS power. So, from this to maximum values, what is the RMS power? Vrms. We all know that Vrms into Irms into cos phi. In generalized formula is nothing but what? Cos phi, right? Which is equals to Vrms is nothing but what? Irms into R into Irms, which is nothing but cos phi, right? Or we can get Vrms whole square by R cos phi, right? Sorry, with respect to maximum, right? Or you can write respect to RMS value. Okay, Vrms. Next, like that, with respect to maximum value, Vrms is nothing but half cos phi, which is equals to what? Half Im square into R cos phi, or half Vm square by R cos phi. Clear? That's it. This is about with respect to maximum value, this is with respect to RMS value. But at any case, the average value should be equals to RMS value of power. This is very important observation.